Hey fellow gaming lords, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Feature Revolutions. Today we're going to jump into Omega Cards number 2. This is mostly focused towards pay-to-play players. Probably if you're a player like me, you're play-to-play. Depending on how much money you've spent on here, you know, I haven't whaled out in this game in order to be like, I'm a whale. So like I've paid for convenience and I've paid for acceleration in some regards, but I haven't spent $1,000. I haven't spent, you know, that kind of money on the game. I'm not Darth Microtransaction, Hapsin Gaming, or any of these guys, these major YouTubers that have done those kind of things. So I want to jump right in here and give you purview over pay to play. I've already done some videos for you guys on trying to show you what a play-to-play player account would look like. A whale would just purchase whatever the hell they want to inside here. Any little thing that, you know, basically goes in to being like, hey, this is going to give me some kind of advantage. You know, like I'm going to pump out this monthly region costume bundle and it's $50. I'm just going to throw $50 at it, even though I know the costume draw tickets, they're only 15, but the draw rates are terrible in the game. I'm going to hope on getting this 4-star region costume box with this very slim chance of getting these the region sets. That's not how a pay-to-play player wins. A pay-to-play player is probably most likely going to do something like me, where I'm going to look at the advantage of paying, you know, $27 for 3,000 crystals and an Omega supply box, and understanding that the charge rate is going to be worth it because there's a 1-to-1 ratio. So specifically with Omega cards, we're specifically looking at specials and the special cards, because most of the other cards outside of special cards can be acquired in various ways from playing the game, whether they're Omega card boxes, whether they're supply boxes, Alpha or Omega supply boxes, or the Dark Zone cards themselves. The only cards that you seem locked out of is getting these special cards right here. And now most players are going to be obviously doing pulls on this stuff with the hope that they get a special card that they really need or a choice for the set. But what you should be thinking of as a pay-to-play player is basically which one, if regardless of what card I get, excuse me, regardless of which card that you get, that you build a set around those cards specifically, so that way they help you out in the long run. Meaning, if you looked at mine, from my Omega cards, for instance, right? So, and I've already shown you guys this, but if you look at my Omega cards, I was lucky enough on my first couple of cards that I got from you know, spending some crystals inside the game to get the Captain Marvel card. And so I looked at the set and I was like, okay, I got Captain Marvel, cool. It's not a really good card because it has air to surface damage on it, and that's not a really decent stat, to be honest with you. It's probably one of the least stats that you want to see, but overall, the card did come with PvP damage increase, defensive pierce, and dodge rate. And while I wasn't too keen on seeing PvP damage increase, because I'm never in most games a PvP player, I was like, well, you know, the large majority of the end game for the game seems to be centered around PvP, or whether it's Omega War or Dark Zone, there are PvP aspects, Dimension Duels, there are aspects in there that will benefit me. But I knew that the odds of me getting a Doctor Strange card was low. So what I started doing was just starting to try to draw even more Omega cards when I could, and trying to see what would I get. I was lucky enough to draw a Captain America Legend. So what did I do? Did I build a set? Wow, why did this do this to me? I don't know why it took away my special sets. You silly bastards. Oh no, okay, it didn't take it away. It equipped the card set that I thought it would eventually. So basically what I did inside there instead now is that I've changed the card set so that way it's more reflective of, you know, me being a play-to-play player, luckily enough to get it. So I've explained this already. If you're a whale and you have access to all of the special cards, there aren't any set values in here necessarily that are going to outweigh the benefit of you just equipping all of the special cards. But as a play-to-play player, you're not going to have access to all of the cards, so you're going to start to still look at the benefit of sets inside the game, meaning that, you know, hey, I want to basically look at what card did I get. So I got a 2-star set for I'll give you the best example for this, right? So what I mean by this is, look, I've got the special card here, and I can see the 2 set effect is defense, the 4 set effect is HP, right? And meanwhile, I can look at my Captain America card, and I can see it's the 2 set effect is attack, and the 4 set effect is defense. So now you have to look at that in terms of how do you want to invest into the cards, right? Because reasonably, if you were a pay-to-play player and you had both of these cards, getting any of the 5 cards, the other 5 cards in the set would be, or, you know, maybe not for the Captain Marvel, or the 4 cards here would be reasonable. You know, having 4 to 5 of the other cards would be reasonable in terms of that, right? So that means that you could potentially be good at that. But would it make sense for you to go a 4 set effect inside of the Captain America Living Legend? Because I could reasonably, right, go a 4 set effect inside Captain America and get attack and defense, and then get the 2 set effect from defense. Now, I've already explained this, and this is me gambling on the way I see Netmarble play their games, whether it's Marvel Future Fight or whether it's 7 Deadly Sins or whatever. Attack always matters, and there's always going to be some workaround to defense, so I'm not going to invest heavily in defense as much as I would my attack and HP, because Netmarble has always put in some kind of recovery effects inside HP. Play Marvel Future Fight for any number of days and you're going to see this. So it wouldn't make sense for me to invest a 2 set effect just into the Captain Marvel set, because then I'm just getting a defense bonus, and that's not going to be it for me. So having the defense in HP over here and getting a 4 set effect from here while getting the 2 set attack effect over here makes more sense. For instance, if I was just wanting to get this going to invest in the 4 set effect of the Captain America, this set right here, I would reasonably just say, screw it. I'm going to go Midgardia number 2 all the way out and get the 6-star effect. But then I'd probably lose out on the stats benefits that I'm getting from this special card, right? Now, that might not necessarily be a bad thing when you look at the special card here and you see that my Doctor Strange air to surface damage is there. But I will be able to re-roll this card eventually to hopefully improve those stats. It's gonna kind of suck because then I'm gonna have to re-roll this as well. But I could reasonably do that. That is going to take some time, as it requires you to have another 6-star card in order to re-roll that card. I'm used to that from playing Marvel Future Fight. So all in all, what you want to be looking at as you play this game and you look at set effects is you're trying to min-max those sets so that way you can have those. So for instance, even if I did say, for instance, get the Captain Marvel set inside here, right? And I got the Captain Marvel card, and that's what you ended up with. That doesn't still take you out of the realm of being able to say, hey, I'm going to do a 4 set effect from the Captain Marvel card or the Dark Zone number 5 set right here. Get the 4 set effects that I get for those for the defense and the HP, and then I'll pair it up with something like maybe not Xandurf or I'd pair it up with something like Hydra Empire, right? Empire number 2, so that way I can get that attack bonus, because you can see inside here this is giving me a 4.35% attack bonus. Midgardia number 2 is also giving me a 4.35. So the stats are about similar across the board. So when you look at those things, you can still see how you're basically benefiting. Now, you're not going to get the overall boost from the special effect, the special cards, but you will get those. So it's one of those things that you're playing with ultimately inside the game. It's a delicate balance system. I'm using what is given and trying to make the most out of it, so that way I'm not ending up on the bad end. Because what I don't want to do is as a pay-to-play player, what you don't want to do is be like, hey, you know what? I got Captain Marvel over here, and I can't hit the 6-star effect, so I'm gonna equip 5 of these cards, and because I don't have the Doctor Strange card, I'm gonna equip 5 of them. It doesn't make sense, because then you're losing out on something, because there is no 5-card set bonus for this set. You basically have to wait till you get to the 6-star set effect. So no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to look at another card set that I can, maximize the value for, and go, okay, well, I'll just equip 2 of these cards. Well, I'll equip, critical damage and attack on my MODOK card. Well, defensive Pierce probably, or you know, yeah, defensive Pierce on this set, or work on my Hydra Empire and look at the attack values there, look at the critical damage values, the HP. This is a really good set, the Hydra Empire #2, by the way, just so you guys know. But that's how you're basically playing for your Omega card sets and trying to determine which one should you equip. Remember, a whale is going to probably whale the hell out, and they probably already have all 12 special cards. Equipping the very best 6 cards of those is going to be beneficial for them, but it's not a position that we're going to be in. So what I'm going to do for you guys in this video, just to show you, right, because this is one of those things that you really have to consider as well, the draw effects inside this game. I've already showed you in other videos, explained to you guys how it works inside Marvel Future Fight, that the draw on these cards are pretty terrible. Like, if you had to check this in terms of percentages and how you're dropping this basically equates to a very, very low percentage of you being able to draw those cards. So the possibility of you getting either of these cards at 4-star or 6 or 5-star is relatively low, but you have better chances here than you do for costumes. So this is why I always said from the very beginning that the best place to invest your crystals in, besides, you know, re-rolling for raids and stuff like that, is basically coming in here and pulling on cards, because these things have the biggest potential to boost your power on your account, especially if you are able to get any of these special cards for the set effects. So yeah, so I tend to roll on these sets. Like, so for instance, even me rolling right now with this, if I was to get the Doctor Strange set, would the Doctor Strange set benefit me across the board in all the game modes? No, this set effect would benefit me mostly inside like Dimension News. Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing that. This is the very first time I've seen that animation. That is the very first time I have seen that animation. Oh my God. So right here, doing this video for you guys, what the fuck? Wow. That is the very first time that I've ever seen that animation. I have gotten those special cards and I have never seen that animation at all. Like, Groot literally glows and gets raised. That was fucking amazing. And so you can see inside here, I made out like a fucking bandit in here. I got two rare cards. The Giant Man card from the Dark Zone set, Dark Zone #5. I got the War Realm card from the Dark Zone #5 set, and then pair that off with Captain America. This is a normal card, so it's really not going to matter. Let's see what this gives me. It gave me attack, max damage rate, dodge rate, and PvP damage. So here goes the bad part about this. Like, let's take a look at this. This is it. That's amazing. I'm not gonna complain about that shit at all. It sucks because I already have that card, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's go in here. What is this? It's asking me to claim rewards. So I'm going to show you why that sucks, right? Because if I go inside here and I go to my Omega cards, right? So the one I currently have equipped is also attack, max damage rate, and dodge rate. So you're looking at that card and a PvP damage increase, right? Unfortunately, it's pretty much the exact same stats as the one I own, right? Like, so if I go in here and I want to equip this, or let me see, I forgot how to compare the cards inside here. Let's see. Yeah, I can't really compare the cards off the bat like that, but you can see the numbers are just lower. It's the same stats. The numbers are just lower than what the other one is because they're at 6-star and they're at a better effect. So the reason why this sucks is because, yeah, I got another special card. I can't equip this card. You know what I mean? Like, there's no equipping 2 of the same Omega cards inside here. The other reason why this sucks is because it brings up another issue related to Omega cards, and that's specifically that these things come with exclusive stats per character. I have no doubt in my mind that at some point Netmarble is going to introduce some kind of monetary weight system where you can re-roll that exclusive stat for another character. but I'm not going to complain. That was the first time I've seen that on the stream, on any of these videos that I've done for you guys. I'm pretty happy with it. That's pretty cool, but it's showing you. So if you were to do that, for instance, and you got that Omega card and it came up where it's a special card, you obviously want to, you know, equip that card and go with a set that's going to benefit you the most. Like if I was looking at this card set right here, and I only had the Captain America card, right? Only had that card. These other sets are easy to get, these other cards, so I might go for a complete set for Midgardia number 2, or I could play the system and go, I really want to boost my attack, and I could go with you know, the Captain America, the Midgardia number 2 set, and mix that with something like Hydra Empire and get a 2-set effect or something like that from there, where I can boost up that attack value overall and be like, hey, yeah, I'm getting Boku stats from there. So it's one of those things where as a pay-to-play player, you definitely have a little bit more, you definitely have options, a whole lot of options, more than you would really realize. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making it for you, especially since I did roll that. It would have been nice to have a new special card, but it is what it is. So until next time, guys, please hit that like and subscribe button. I promise I'm planning on doing a giveaway once we hit 100, and maybe we'll get you guys something so that way you can do some of these rolls for yourself. Until next time, like and subscribe. Peace.